Exploring the evolution of the World Wide Web. The cloud stores and presents content from a wide variety of sources. Mapped through World Wide Web addresses. And accessed through the browser. Now evolving to a personal level with a new technology called iRelate. You find meaning in the content you browse through text that you enter or select from the page. Images which reflect your interest, or links which provide fuller context. Your insight accumulates into a personal web which mirrors the web itself. And this personal web is fully searchable. Now let's see how this works. When you see content that has meaning to you, simply select text, hit the note icon, and preserve some of that meaning. Snap an image and make it part of the insight you've gathered about this content. Similarly with links, hit the link icon, and now that link is now associated with this meaningful content. Add your own notes, and this is your meaning for this page. Later on, when you search the web, you might see some interesting keywords. Use iRelate Search to find all of the insight you've gathered that includes those keywords. When you review the insight you've previously gathered, you're always mapped directly to the underlying content on the web. Let's review how things have worked prior to iRelate. Your browser always maps to some point on the web's address space, which in turn maps to the actual content in some domain within the cloud. Let's compare this process to geography. Most of us have no problem finding or exploring our hometown, or where we live today. This level of comfort is the result of millions of years of evolution. But the web's mapping system has only been around for about 25 years. Making each of us as familiar with locales on the web is the new level we describe here today. Because iRelate is built upon these familiar layers, the browser still feels like home and takes us places when we know where we're going. Search was an evolutionary leap because it takes us places without having to know the address. Notice here how iRelate resides at a level above the browser. And where Google-like search maps to web content, iRelate Search helps you recall locations you have already found noteworthy. By preserving the insight you've previously gathered, in the form of excerpts or personal notes, pictures which might speak 1,000 words, or, most importantly, links to other content which add background context. iRelate not only pins your insight to the underlying content within the web itself, but can also pin together the insight of related content. This allows you to review and share insight in multiple dimensions. Sharing insight about content is simple. When you're browsing with iRelate and take note of content, you can also review the insight you've previously gathered about this content. To share, simply click the button, and a blog post is created containing all of the insight about that content and the insight of all related content. Returning to the Note window, we can reveal other sharing options. If you're an Evernote user, you can publish to Evernote. When we go to Evernote, we'll now see the insight we gathered in iRelate reflected within our Evernote notebooks. And it also includes, again, the insight from all related content. Returning to our iRelate sharing options, let's publish to a wiki called webplatform.org. This article here about Tim Berners-Lee could even be posted to our favorite social networks. When you share, your interrelated insight is packaged as first-class content. This published insight covers the original underlying web content and is added as first-class content to the web itself. You also become part of an ad hoc social network through a global interest graph formed by users who share insight about the same content. Even if you never share, your insight is stored securely in the iRelate domain in the cloud. And because iRelate supports the cloud in total, it allows distribution through products like Evernote, blogging tools like WordPress, and all of the most popular social networks. iRelate helps you better manage and exploit the cloud, provides a virtual GPS for the web, and transforms the browser into a content creation tool. While seamlessly building on all of these familiar technologies, you naturally build out a personal web of rich interrelated insight that can be accessed personally or collaboratively from any location. From tablets and mobile phones, with the ability to remotely search and explore your personal web. When collaborating on research, your focus on specific content is reflected in real time on your collaborators' devices. iRelate, taking the cloud, the web, and browsing to a new level.